Hey there, Tilted Barners. How's everybody doing today?
So we are coming at you with some kind of big news, kind of a big announcement. You might be able to guess if you can hear some of the echo as we're broadcasting this from inside our house. But for those of you who are local, you might have driven by the farm and seen a for sale sign. And we certainly got a few phone calls of people who were asking questions about that.
Yeah, and for those of you who subscribe to the channel, you've noticed that we haven't been able to put content out, and there's a really good reason why. We've been packing everything up to move the entire farm.
So a lot of the questions we've had are around, are you selling the farm? Are you getting out of farming? It's true that we're selling the farm, but to say that we're moving the farm is quite a bit more accurate.
Yeah,
So,
we're still Tilted Barn. No one's, we're still going to be raising livestock. We're still going to be raising our cattle and our pigs. We're just going to be doing it in a different location.
and I hope from a barn that's no longer tilted. I'm pretty excited about that. So trying to think of what details to share because it's just been kind of a whirlwind. So we were kicking around for several months whether we were really outgrowing the farm and whether we should take this as an opportunity to get on some bigger land. And frankly, our needs for a big house have gone down dramatically too. And so we kind of wanted to trade some of the house for more land. And so that's what we did. So we bought a piece of land that is double the size of our current piece of land.
Yeah, more than double.
And also is cut up a little bit differently. So there's more woods on it. We heat for wood. We heat for wood. We heat wood for heat for our house.
Use wood for heat.
That's it. And so we've managed to accomplish that in our current place where we don't have woods, but the new place has woods on it, so we'll be able to do that better. We were really kicking this idea around and really feeling indecisive, but we had two things happen this summer. A lot of other things too, but the two things that stick out in my mind. One was Eric getting rear-ended in the tractor, and for me, I think I said it on that video, that was a horrible situation. Like, Eric could have really gotten killed. And the conversation we had after that was, we're managing to farm and grow so quickly, but in part we're doing that because we're pulling hay from so many different places. I mean, we were farming hay in two different counties.
We're really spread out, and so we've got a really small chunk of land here, and we were spread out across the area that we're in now, and then also we had another farm that we were renting in another county, and so we were spending all of our time on the road between fields and between farms. And so after I got hit on the tractor, it just kind of had that come to Jesus moment where it's like, do we really need to be on the road this much? And so that was a big decider to consolidate our operation that on a bigger piece of land that we can just be, I think, a little more self-sufficient.
Yeah, and more diversified.
Yeah.
The second thing that happened probably around the same time, and I think those of you who follow us on Instagram and Facebook saw it, we had a storm come through that destroyed our chicken tractors. And that's not usually a farm altering event. Like, when you're farming, things like that are going to happen. But in the space of a year, we had 3 chicken tractors get destroyed by wind. And it was just kind of a reminder. The conversation we had that night was, boy, I don't know if we can raise chicken meat for sale in our current location because we're really surrounded by big farm country. There's not a lot of windbreak.
There's no fence rows, and I think we were kicking the tires on the idea, and I think that's the straw that broke the camel's back, and we decided, okay, we need to do something different.
Yeah. So, if you're thinking to yourself, boy, I've never heard of a farm moving before, it's because it's a terrible idea. It is, I don't even know how to describe how the last couple of months have
Chaotic.
been. Eric is moving, let me back up. So, part of our cycle of our year in farming is you grow a lot of hay in the summer and you cut it, you bale it, you store it so that when invariably winter comes and you don't have fresh pasture for your grass-fed animals, you then feed them out hay. Well, that means that by the time we made this decision, we were in the middle of hay season and we had all of this lovely storehouse of hay that Eric so lovingly harvested. We've got to move it all.
Yeah.
How many round bales are you moving?
I think all total will probably be around 150 to 160 round bales.
So to give some context to that, we have a lot of heavy trailer equipment, and we also have a truck. Dear God, I hope we still have a truck at the end of this because it's being pushed hard. Eric can move 6 bales at a time, given all the equipment that we have. So take that number and divide it by 6, and that's how many trips it's taken.
Yeah. Plus, we still have hay on the ground on the other farm that we need to haul over to the new farm as well. So, so it's been a pretty busy fall. That's why you'll have to excuse the lack of videos. It's just we just haven't had time, and frankly, we needed to take some time to make this video. So future videos we'll have. We'll show you the new property. We'll show you. Well, actually, at the end of this video, we'll take you to the new property. But in future videos, we'll have some more of the new property. We're going to be building a new barn, building a new house, and so basically
the name is still staying Tilted Barn.
Yeah.
But
So we're going to be basically documenting building a farm from the ground up, literally. There's nothing out there. There's no electric. There's no water. It's just an open field. So
soybeans on it right now.
yeah. So with that, let's head to the new one.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Tilted Barners. Well, so this is the new place, and as you can see behind us, we've already got some stuff here. We've got the tractor, the truck, side by side, a hay rake, and back there someplace there's also the hay mower. We've been working really hard trying to get the hay bales out here from one of the other farms that we farm, and also from the main farm that we've got. So I don't know if you can see it in the background, but there's a big old tarp back there with a bunch of square bales under it, and then a whole bunch of round bales all lined up.
And a whole lot of work.
And this is pretty much it. Let's give them the whole. So all that back there, all behind us. So this is where it's all going to be happening.